Hello. I hope all is well with you guys. This is the second video in the series of cybersecurity basics. As always, I will point out that my English is not good, but I will try my best. If you have difficulty to understand, you can either contact me via the link that is in the description of this video or by commenting in the video. The other important point that always this is the most important thing in the whole cybersecurity basics. There is no 100% security, but our goal is to make it hard and costly for the attacker. And this can be used as the deterrence method, because you can't be sure that your information or data is secure 100%, but you can make it very hard for those who want it and costly. Okay, this video, the core concept of this video is about user name guidelines. What you have to think about with information you can use when you are choosing your username, which is the most important thing. Username and password in today in today digital worlds. Okay, so before we go into guidelines, there is some concept and terminology is good to have the basic understanding of. First of all, the question that may arise: what is information, personal information? First of all, personal information, it is information. It can be both online or offline. If this information can be used to identify you personally, then it counts as personal information. Again, it can be both online or offline. If the information can be used to identify you personally, then it counts as your personal information. Okay, the next point is level of responsibility. In general there are three level of personal responsibility. Sorry. In general, there are three levels of responsibility to protect this data or computational devices. First, at the core of it, it is you yourself, individual level. In this level, it is your responsibility, not anyone else, to protect your identity, your data, and your computing devices. It can be your smartwatch, telephone, computer, iPad, smart devices at your home. These are your responsibility to protect them, no one else. You are the core of it. The second level is arise. In the second level, we have organization. Organization, first of all, they have the responsibility to protect their reputation and organization data. Then the customer data, because today the organization are keen to collect information about their customer. It is their job to protect your data that they are collecting. It is their responsibility. Okay. The third level of responsibility is come governmental level, because in today's world there are digital information or data constantly being gathered and shared over the network. This information is very sensitive, some of it very sensitive to country security and national security interest. Therefore, it is the government job to protect this data. Okay, as I to summarize everything, the level of responsibility again, at the core of it, it is you at the individual level. It is your responsibility to protect your identity, computational devices, laptop, iPad, telephone, and what was the third one? Identity, data, and computational devices. Then it comes the second level, it is organization. First of all, they have their own devices and data they have to protect, but they are collecting your data as well. It is their responsibility to protect your data. Then we have the government, because this organization is collecting data and gathering data and share this data, some of it very sensitive. They need someone to hold them accountable when something goes wrong, and check them if they implementing the right policies. Then comes it's the government job to, on behalf of you, to check the organization if they are going, if they have the right policy, as well as the government itself. They have responsibility to protect this data when they are gathering, collecting. They also collect data and information. It's their responsibility as well. Okay, now we have talked about level of responsibility, individual level, organization level, and the government level, which responsibility they have. Now it's time to go into what you have to think when you are starting to create your username. The first and absolute most important thing when you are creating username, your username, after you are creating it, you can check it with this checklist and compare it. First of all, it should not reveal any personal information about you. Now we know what is personal information. It is information that can be used to identify you personally. Your username should not reveal any personal information about you. Okay? This is the whole concept. But here comes the checklist. The first thing, you should absolutely not use your full name, first name and last name. For example, first name we can call it Alex Oxen Wonder. I don't know. You can absolutely not like this, Alex Wonder or something like this, because it can identify you directly. Okay, you should not use your full name. You can use, for example, first and second character. We had Alex, right? Alex, and then maybe some number and some symbol after that. Okay, the second, after you are past this checkpoint, go to the second checkpoint. Do not use part of your address. Where do you live? The street address or a street name. Where do you live? It should not contain that. Now we're going to third checklist. Do not use phone number, your phone number. These are all the information that can identify you personally. Then do not use your username that you have in your email address. It should not be that. Okay, fourth and fifth, Do not use the same username and password or combination of them all over the place. Unfortunately, today we have the same username and password for social media accounts, email accounts, and other things. The same thing. It should be not that. You should have a system in place to choose different username and password in each and every occasion separately. And this is very dangerous, specifically when it comes to financial account or bank account. You have If you have the same username and password, then it is very dangerous. Okay, the sixth one, do not have super odd username and then reuse it. For example, if you illustrate an example what is meant with super odd, if you go to a place, everybody has, for example, white clothes there, then you have pink cloth on you. they can they can see you directly. If there is 100 person with white clothes, then only you have pink clothes on you. Then between those 100 individual, everybody can see you directly and point at you. You should not have super odd username and then reuse it. Okay, the attacker can it will be very easy for them to point out, okay, this is very super odd, and then they can be curious about that, and you will be the target. Okay, then the 7 point and checklist, you have to check that your username do not give any clue about your password. For example, if you use in your password a combination of letter, number, and symbol, then if your username also is consists of combination of both number, is special character or symbol, and alphabets, then the attacker can guess, okay, this person, when you have this kind of username, then your password also can contain of number, alphabets, and special character. Okay, now every time that you're creating a username, you should check it against this 7 checklist or point. If they pass it all together, then you have a good username. And overall, the main goal is that your username does not reveal any information, any personal information about you, the information that can be used to identify you. Okay, now we have the checklist. That is it about the guidelines and what to think when you are choosing your username. In the next video, we are going to talk about how the attacker or hackers get their hand on your data or personal information. And the data, we categorize it in that video. We are going to talk about your data, what is your data and who is interested, and then organization data. But the main focus will be your data, because our focus here is about the personal responsibility, and we should know what is your data and what is count as your data. Okay, that was all in this video. If you have any question, you can either ask me via the link that is in the description, or by commenting in the video. Otherwise, have a nice day. Bye.